Hello, this is Richard Amoroso, member of the Philadelphia Orchestra here, and today we're going to talk about Mahler 9, the fourth movement. We're actually performing it this week, so I thought what better time to kind of go through this excerpt. So before we get started, do yourself a favor, be sure to look up these words in German. I don't know them that well, and sometimes I'll ask someone who I know speaks German to sort of interpret for me, but it's so important because Mahler goes through the painstaking process of writing everything out, and it's very explicit. His music is very explicit, so make sure you understand. For example, the tempo marking is sehr langsam und noch zurückhaltend. I don't know if I'm saying that right, but that is essentially means very long and still reserved. That goes for the whole movement. Then in that first bar, it says lang gezogen, which means drawn out, very long. Okay? So important to know that before you start. It kind of gives you more of an insight of how to approach this. And then later in the third bar, it says a larger sound. Okay? I don't even want to kind of go. I just said it's in probably grober tone. Okay? And then the second line, it's still always bigger sound. So this is basically the essence of this movement. It's a very, very painful last movement, and it has to have that character. Really important. So let's get started with the actual music. Starting on the G string, up bow. Make sure you make a nice glissando. I do first finger to second finger up to the A flat. So starting with this A flat, start in the upper half of the bow with a very dark tone. Lots of weight. And then two bows on this note with a masked bow chain. And then accent. No accent on this. It's not written, so I would avoid that. And then lots of bow, okay? I actually do maybe 3 or 4 bows because it's such a long note, okay? And then accent. Okay, and then a diminuendo. So in this beginning, a tempo, molto adagio, it says piano, but it also says larger sound, okay? Because it is the theme, all right? Very dark. Okay. And then save your bow on this D flat so as to maintain that really intense, dark sound. And with these shifts, you can be a little bit more sort of heavy. You don't have to mask them too much because it is Mahler, and I don't think it's the worst thing to be very sort of dramatic with them, okay? Better to kind of lean on the darker side. Then from here, again, save your bow. And then stay on the G string. And then I do another gliss here. And I really pull in towards the bridge. And 2 bows. And really, really bring out that B flat and gliss to it. So starting on this B flat, down bow, I would do it as it comes. I just wouldn't make too much of a diminuendo here. And I want to go down bow for this C to C because it's easier to do that really dramatic that shift if it's in the down bow as opposed to sort of getting cramped on the up bow. And then save here, play towards the bridge, and again, a big dramatic gliss up to that B natural. Okay, and I do a second finger, an accent again. And same thing here. And it's really sustained. And then subito piano. Really, really, really hold it long and mask this bow change. As long as you possibly can, especially in an audition. Okay, I'm talking over this, but that's exactly how I would approach it. So when you play this excerpt, please remember, this is Mahler. You have to have a Mahler sound. Everything is very exaggerated, very sort of dramatic. something that goes beyond anything else you probably play in the excerpt repertoire. So speaking of excerpts, I will be releasing a program very soon on the essential excerpts for the violin. So that's going to be a lot of fun. Okay, let me know if you have any comments. I really love hearing from you. And again, please hit that subscribe button and I will see you soon.